Please be seated. At this time, we would like to make a special presentation of diplomas to two of our amazing members of the class of 2021.
Kayla Joyce Stanley. Toby Jake Belt.
Please welcome to the stage Sophia Harrell.
Graduation marks the expected culmination of our last 12 years of education. It also marks the end of routine, structure, and constant parental guidance. This is the natural order of things. As we've grown, most of us have begun to crave more independence. The routine that used to be comfortable and familiar has become a hindrance. The firm structure and rules that were once helpful now seem condescending. We feel like we don't need them anymore because we think we know everything. That's normal. We feel that way because we're growing up. But while we're technically adults, we aren't grown yet. We're at a stage in life where we want more independence but don't know how to handle it. While the end of high school and the beginning of our young adult lives is exciting, it's also a little scary. It's scary because we have to do things alone that we've never done before. There won't be any more step-by-step instructions. We'll soon have to schedule our dentist appointments, get our own insurance, do our own taxes, and make all of our own decisions from what time to get out of bed to what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. And the scariest thing is we don't really know what's going to happen. I have 2 words for you that hopefully you find to be friendly, helpful, and intelligible, and those are, don't panic. There's no need to worry about the future because it's entirely in our hands, and we're pretty capable. We've learned a lot during our time here, including all of our basic life skills. Cooking from Miss Wells, balancing a checkbook from Mr. Shelton, origami from Miss Wright, personal finance from Dave Ramsey. On top of those, we learned an innumerable number of life lessons. From Miss Watts, we learned that you have to do your own work or face the consequences. We learned from Miss Rickard that learning is more important from grades. From Miss Gaby, we learned that family always comes first, no matter how much you love your job. From Miss Probst, we learned to make time for relationships and to check in on people. From Miss Hankins, we learned that George Clooney is the greatest actor of all time. From Mr. Pauly, we learned that you have to learn how to be self-sufficient. From John Morrell, that not everything is in our control. And from Miss Smith, we learned that you should do what you love. Those are only a few examples, and they are drawn only from faculty. They do not even begin to cover what we have learned from each other. I'm sure all of you can think of at least one important lesson that you've learned from this community. Though it may not feel like it, we are all prepared and ready to move on, so relax. My message is simple, don't panic. But I realize that it's easier said than done. Considering this, I will leave you with some practical advice, all the way from 13th century philosopher and theologian St. Thomas Aquinas, from his Remedies for Sorrow and Pain. Number 1, indulge in something you enjoy. Watch a nice movie, eat some chocolate, read a book, take a walk. Number 2, cry. A hurtful thing hurts yet more if we keep it shut up. Tears are how we exhale sorrow. Don't be ashamed of them. Jesus too wept. Number 3, share your problems with a friend. A sorrow shared is a sorrow halved. Hopefully, you have all had the pleasure of a trusted friend's sympathy. Number 4, contemplate the truth. Direct your thoughts towards greater things. Contemplate the divine, future happiness, and the splendor of truth in art and nature. Console yourself with thoughts of beautiful things. And finally, number 5, bathe and sleep. Don't forget that you have to take care of your body to take care of your mind. We can all use a nap and a warm bath sometimes. You may be wondering or worrying about how everything is going to turn out. It's okay to wonder, as long as you keep in mind that the future is not just something that happens to us, it's something that we create. And if we are the creators of our own futures, we don't have to worry. So if you need it, find the remedy that works for you and relax. Celebrate, don't panic, keep in the sunlight. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium Sam Crawford.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. Before I say anything else, I would like to start by saying thank you to God first and foremost, my family, friends, teachers, coaches, and everyone else who has helped me along the way. Without you guys, I can confidently say I wouldn't have made it. Now, class of 2021, we made it. We have checked off one of the largest milestones in our young lives and are moments away from closing the chapter on high school. Freshman year, roaming through the hallways, not knowing where our next class was, this graduation thing seemed like some faraway event that never even crossed our minds. But we have all heard people say that time flies by. Now that we have made it through high school, I can confirm they were right. It feels like it was not so long ago that I was sitting in the back of Ms. Watt's freshman algebra class, praying that she would not call on me to answer the question on the board. Or getting to the student section at my first home football game and finding out what school spirit really was. Or watching the football team win state my freshman year, the first of many state titles I would witness. Go Devils. Though the focus of high school was the classes, the tests, the homework, and doing everything required of us by the state of Tennessee to receive this diploma today, that is not what we're going to take with us as we move on. What I believe we will take with us is the moments, the relationships built, and the lessons learned. In our 4 years here, there have been many great moments. The pep rallies, the dances, or just those awesome moments in class that stick with you. We had many awesome moments here at GHS. Whether it was going to HQ after the football games on Friday nights, or the car rides to away basketball games where we would arrive and make sure everyone knew we were there, I feel we have made the most of our high school experience. I feel extremely thankful and blessed to have gone to a school such as GHS that has fostered excellence in all endeavors and allowed for the making of these moments while still preparing us for what is next. Some of you are like me and have already been accepted to a school where you will be for the foreseeable future. Others are going to work, and some are still trying to figure it out. Whatever it is you have planned next, it is inevitable that there will be change. Now, as we move on after today towards that change, I want to present you all with a challenge. Get uncomfortable. What I mean by that is, fight the comfort in your lives. In order to move forward and make progress, we must become uncomfortable and not shy away from the change happening around us. To be able to achieve great things in our life, we have to leave our comfort zones. So, what happens when we step into that unknown? With every leap of faith you take outside your comfort zone, it grows, and only you can determine how big yours can become. However, if you choose to never change and stay within the confines of only what you know, you will not grow. So I challenge you all to move forward from today and step out of your daily routines. For some of us, this can be really hard. It's scary for some because when you step into that unknown, you are no longer in control. When we try new things, there's a chance we may fail, so many people don't try at all. I know that it can be a risk, but I wholeheartedly believe it is a risk worth taking, and you do not have to do it all at once. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt put it in simple terms for us. Do one thing every day that scares you. This may mean trying a new restaurant for some of you, or reaching out to meet new people, or watching a different show than you usually do. The point is, when you are complacent in life and never try anything new, you are not growing. Moving forward from here, we will all be facing a new normal and being forced out of our comfort zones. So I encourage you all, embrace the change. Go meet new people, go find new hobbies, go learn new things, and ask questions, because it is in those moments where you grow the most as a person. In closing, I want to leave you all with some words that have always given me hope and assurance and can help you face the change coming. These words come from Jeremiah 29:11, where it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Thank you all, and God bless you all.
Please welcome to the podium Ashley Levin.
Good morning. I would like to begin by expressing my appreciation to each of my fellow classmates for allowing me to have the honor to stand before you today. Imagine that I hand you a timer with exactly 1,395 days on it. That seems like an eternity, right? Well, 4 years ago, each one of us were handed that timer, and it started the moment we stepped through the doors of Greeneville High School. This ceremony represents our timer running out. Today, we walked onto this field as crazy high school kids, yet we will walk off as adults. Graduation speeches are typically about the future, but for a moment, allow me to focus on everything that high school brought us. During our freshman year, we worried about forgetting our locker combinations, and we wondered how in the world we could make it to the science floor before the bell rang. We stood in the back of the student section, and we avoided the mall hall bench like it was the plague. But by our sophomore year, we began to get the swing of things, the swing of our class load, the literal swing of our keys, so that everyone in the hallway knew we could now drive, and of course the swing of the steering wheels in the back parking lot, desperately racing to that last open spot. By junior year, things began to get more serious. Classwork got harder, resulting in stage 1 of senioritis, and time simply could not go by fast enough. Although by senior year, while we stood proudly in the front of that student section and we reigned over the mall hall bench, all we wanted was for the time we once wished away to slow down. And here we are graduating. However, getting to this cap and to this gown was quite the journey. And I'd like to recall some of our best or maybe our worst high school memories that will always hold a special place in my heart. How many times did we take the shortcut from the back parking lot and come into school absolutely covered from mud when we could have just walked a few extra steps on the pavement? Of course, we always slipped and fell, and of course, we never learned our lesson. Or there were those few times that the night before an exam, we would put our textbooks under our pillows in hopes that the knowledge would somehow seep into our brains before we woke up the next morning. I'm not kidding, people. We did that. And no, it never worked. And then came the most agonizing moments of high school, or maybe even my life. The moments between turning in a test and getting your grade back. In fact, I cannot imagine how many families in the stadium were absolutely torn apart by Power School notifications. I know mine was more than I'd like to admit. Although when the days went by slow, we would roll our eyes as teachers would tell us, "You'll laugh at this someday," or "You'll look back and miss this." Although today, as we reflect, we do laugh because we realize that they were always right. This morning, just kidding, I am speaking to you, class of 2021, although I feel the speech would be incomplete if I did not acknowledge all of our teachers, administration, and families. I want you all to look around this stadium and also keep in mind that this is still a limited number. Everyone here has pushed us, motivated us, and loved us, and they've ultimately been fundamental in all of our successes. Personally, I would like to say a special thank you to my mom, who has packed my lunch every single day since I walked into Tusculum View Elementary School as a 5-year-old. To my dad, who has given me the very best hugs when I needed them the most, and you guys know me, I'm a hugger. And to my older brother, Austin, who not only taught me how to take the ACT, but also taught me all the words to every rap song. This morning, not only do I admire my family, but I admire all of our families for their constant encouragement throughout our childhoods. To the teachers and to the administration, thank you all for being stern while loving, for being instructive while supportive, and above all, for becoming an integral part of all of our lives. I can certainly say there were a few weeks I spent more time with you all than I did my own family. When I was writing this speech, I found it incredibly hard to give you all advice for the future because, well, I am just naive as any of us. Honestly, I have no idea what tomorrow will hold for us, but I do know the things that have held true to me, and I would like to share them with you. We've all had moments in our life that are less than stellar. For me, my moment was in my freshman year. I was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune vasculitis called Henoch-Scoline purpura. Yeah, say that one 5 times fast. And whether I would have liked to admit it or not, after months and months of fighting this disease, I struggled. We have all struggled. We have all had our own versions of Henoch-Scoline purpura. It's inevitable. But there was a moment in mine where I decided I had to change my outlook. And so I started this habit of writing down what I would call the good things. So whether it was big or it was small, at the end of the day, I would title a piece of paper, the good things, and write down anything that went right in my day. And I did this because I couldn't do much about the situation I was in, although I could write down these good things, and it would help to provide encouragement in my darkest moments. I'm sharing this with you all because when we walk off this field in 187 different directions, I can't begin to tell you how this thing called life is going to work. Though I can tell you to find the good things in your life and run with them. Run with the good until it's great. My senior quote is by Theodore Roosevelt, and it says, "Do all that you can with all that you are, wherever you are." And to this I say, we can make the best or the worst out of this life, and I hope you make the best of it. I hope you get to experience things that you have never experienced before, and I hope that you build a life that you are proud of, and if you aren't, I hope you have the courage to start over again. I hope that you find all of the good things in your life and you grasp onto them. Today, I grasp onto my good things tighter than ever. Today, each of you are on my list, of good things. On this scroll is everyone in the class of 2021, as well as all the faculty, because each one of you have shaped me into the girl that I am today. So that's that. If high school has taught me anything, it's that being joyful and exuberant about this life is ultimately the grand goal. I urge us, class of 2021, to step into this life with pure intentions, and I hope that we show up for people, even if it goes unrecognized. Let's be the unsung hero. If there's anything that you take from today, remember that to be successful and to achieve greatness is not to gain money or recognition, but to leave yourself and those who surround you with a little more happiness and hope. As we go in our separate directions, I hope that you all find the good things and keep them close. I think that 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says it best. Hold fast to what is good. 1,395 days ago, our timer started as we walked into this confusing labyrinth that we came to know as high school, or better yet, home. Well, guys, our time is up. Today, I can confidently say that my list is overflowing with good things. Thank you all for letting me be a part of your story, and thank you for being a part of mine. Oh, how I love you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Godspeed, and for the last time, go Devils!
Please welcome to the stage your classmate, Avery Collins.
I'd like to start off by saying, sorry, I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. Uncle Drake, if you're not first, you're last. Anyway, it's the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 3-2 count, all tied up in Game 7 of the World Series. Fans are going crazy at Truist Park. You dig into the box, see the pitch come in, and bam. You hit one over your backyard fence amongst your neighborhood friends who all had the same vision of winning the backyard game or being the walk-off hero in their mind. So what happens to those dreams when they don't come true? What happens to these kids who want the last shot in the finals or want to go into outer space but can't seem to find a way to get there or make their dream true? I guess my question is, can we still dream? Growing up, you're told that you can be anything, you can do anything you want to do or be anything you want to be. Does that change when you grow up, or are you just making excuses? In a world right now where so much has gone wrong, it is easy to say, I'm not where I want to be because something didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And that's what scares me the most, how easy it is to quit. At the end of the day, I want to look myself in the mirror and say, well, you know, that didn't work out in my favor, but I gave it my all to get there. A lot of people say that you need to make sure you have something to fall back on. I don't think that's true. Denzel Washington said, but I never understood that concept. Have something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I think what Denzel is trying to say is, if you want something, have faith in yourself and go all out for it. If your dreams are that big, people are going to ask you, what's your backup plan? I say, if you're really going after your dream, don't rely on something to fall back on. That's just another excuse. Do you think anyone asked Tom Brady what his backup plan was? Do you think anyone asked Abraham Lincoln what his backup plan was? Or Martin Luther King? No. They had one dream and they were going to reach it. There are people all across the world that are going to tell you no, or that's not going to happen. What are you going to do when they say that? My cousin Colin was paralyzed from the waist down at a young age. I'm sure there was someone telling him, hey, you're probably not going to be playing any D1 sports. Colin is now the number 2 ranked wheelchair basketball player in the country with a line of D1 schools on his list. Just because someone says no doesn't mean a thing. With all that being said, you can't just dream it into reality. You have to be willing to put in the work. All of the people that I mentioned worked for their dream. It didn't just magically happen for them. Dreams without goals are just dreams. Saying it is one thing, working for it is another. I know a lot of people that say they want something badly, but they don't want it badly enough. They just kind of want it. I'm here to tell you that the people who work in silence without everyone knowing are the real dream chasers. Those are the ones that you'll look up one day and say, wow, I had no idea. I think a lot of people get caught up with what the end goal is, but that isn't the dream. The dream is the process, to be able to wake up every day, to better yourself, to get to the goal you want to achieve at the end. Coach Collins, the baseball coach, talks about the process. Everyone gets so caught up with being happy if they are winning. Winning isn't the process. The process is the work you did to be the winning team. To be able to say, man, we worked hard for that win and we had fun doing it. Take that into your life. Be happy working for your wins. When you are working for your dreams, it is going to get lonely. You're going to have to make sacrifices. This is one of the hardest parts for a lot of people. You're going to have to be willing to give up the late night parties or give up messing around with friends. I'm not saying that you won't have friends, but I am saying that you'll find out who your friends are once you start chasing your dream. The people in your life that want you to succeed just as badly as you want to are the people that you will remember as your friends. My best friends are my mom and my dad. Everyone says, oh, well, those are just your parents. But my parents have always had faith in my dream and have always told me to chase them. When you meet other people in your life that feel the same way towards your dreams, hold on to them, because that's a rare thing. Though, if all goes wrong and you find yourself lost and alone, close your eyes and dream. Dream about the 3-2 count, the bottom of the ninth, game on the line on the biggest stage, and let that push you. Never lose that little boy or little girl in the backyard. At this point, I want to say thank you to my mom for being there after long nights in the cages, for asking me if I need ibuprofen and then making me take it after I say no anyway. And for always being there for me, even if I seemed a little off that day. To my sisters, for having someone to throw with, have car jams with, and all of the many fights we had that we now look back and laugh on. To my teachers, for helping me when I couldn't figure out the quadratic formula or how to create a works cited page. I still don't know how to do that, and for pushing me past the point where I just wanted to quit. To the class of 2021, for the late night talks around a campfire, or all the rides listening to music, and for helping each other get through these last 4 years of high school. Lastly, thank you to my dad. Crazy, isn't it? Just yesterday, you were teaching me how to swing a bat and telling me to quit playing in the dirt because we are on a baseball field. Thank you for pushing me towards my dreams and always having my back through trials and triumphs. And most importantly, thank you for not letting me lose that little kid in the backyard. I love you all.
Sophie, Sam, Ashley, Avery, thank you for your thoughtful words and remarks. Let's give one more round of applause to our outstanding senior graduation speakers. Class of 2021, on behalf of the staff and faculty of Greeneville High School, I extend to you our heartfelt congratulations on your successfully completing the rigid requirements necessary to earn your high school diploma. You represent the 128th graduating class to earn your diploma from Greeneville High School. That is almost 13 decades of relief, optimism, excitement, celebration, alongside classmates and in front of faculty, family, and friends. Each of you are now a part of a history and a legacy of educational excellence that spans more than a century. We all start and end on this planet the same way, with a first and a last breath. What happens in between those events is our story. Your individual stories today are now and forever intertwined into one beautiful tapestry of our common experience. Yet each of you has had your own unique journey to this field and graduation stage. Your own supporting cast, those friends and family members who have stood by you despite seeing you at your worst because of their faith in what you have to offer at your best. You have been able to successfully navigate the relationships, the curriculum, and the challenges of a global pandemic to earn your seat here today. I have great respect for each and every one of you because I have seen firsthand how difficult it is to navigate these ever-changing waters. Each of you are now armed with the knowledge that no matter what life throws at you, you have the skills and dispositions to confront adversity and emerge victorious on the other side. My wish for you as you set forth on your next adventure is that you will see in yourself the potential that all those gathered here today see in you. That you will have the courage to listen to your heart and follow your passions, that you will remain curious and seek your own answers rather than trusting conventional wisdom or the perceptions of others. Finally, I hope you remember your obligations to all those that have come before to change the world into what you want it to be rather than settle for the world as it is. Joshua Metcalf, in his book Chop Wood and Carry Water, explores the process of what it takes to achieve and sustain excellence. He has his character Akira describe to John the process of growing Chinese bamboo. He states, "You dig up the soil, you make sure that it is good soil, then you plant the bamboo seed. You must faithfully water it every day, and after 3 months, guess what happens?" John replies, "The bamboo tree starts to sprout up out of the ground." No, nothing. You see absolutely nothing happen. You keep watering it, but you continue to see nothing happen for 1 year, then 2 years, and then 3 years. Do you know what happens after 3 years? John replies more tentatively this time, "The bamboo tree starts to sprout up out of the ground?" Nothing. You see absolutely nothing. What you don't see happening is what is taking place beneath the surface. Beneath the surface, a massive, dense foundation of roots is spreading throughout the ground to prepare for the rapid growth that the bamboo will soon experience. So you keep watering it, and eventually after 5 years of seeing nothing happening above the surface, the bamboo tree sprouts up to over 90 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Akira goes on to tell John, most people want the 90-foot tall bamboo tree without the 5 years of the process. They want the bamboo to grow to 90 feet tall in 6 weeks, but without the 5 years of invisible growth. The bamboo wouldn't have a solid foundation, and it could never survive the massive and rapid growth that counts. Class of 2021, the work that you have put into your education over the last 4 years was the price of admission for the opportunity to reach and sustain excellence. Like the roots of the bamboo tree, it is a long and arduous process of invisible growth, where you have to build a foundation that is necessary to sustain success. For many years, it may feel like nothing is happening, but you must trust in the process and continue to put in the work, day in and day out, regardless of what is happening around you. You are laying a foundation and investing in your future that may take years to see. There will be people who tell you you are crazy for doing this, for working hard and putting time into the laying of your invisible foundation. They will try to lure you to paths of quick fixes, but you must be wise and stay on the path and continue to build your foundation through hard work every day. It was the great football coach Vince Lombardi who once said, "The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary." The path to greatness is not easy. It is dirty, hard work that is often boring. Each and every one of you has a bright future, and you must continue to walk the dark and often difficult path of hard work. You will get out what you put in, and I hope that you will never settle for what is easy over what is great. Each of you are so close to that incredible growth. Soon you will exceed the heights of the 90-foot bamboo tree, for not even the sky is your limit. Families and guests, this class of 2021 is an exceptional group of young people who have proudly carried on the grand 128-year tradition of excellence in education here at GHS. This may not be the largest class at 186 graduates, but it is mighty indeed. The class of 2021 had 121 seniors eligible for the Tennessee Promise and 119 seniors eligible for the Hope Scholarship. Seniors, if you have earned any college scholarship for your hard work over the last 4 years, please stand and be recognized. Several members of the class of 2021 have made the decision to serve our country by enlisting in a branch of our national military service. Will those seniors please stand and allow us to express our pride and appreciation for your commitment to our country. This class of 2021 boasts 54 GHS Honors Scholars, 35 GHS Community Service Scholars, 49 State of Tennessee Graduates with Honors, 61 State of Tennessee Graduates with Distinction, and 46 Tri-Star Scholars. Were the 63 seniors who earned an industry certification while here at GHS, please stand and be recognized. Will the 104 seniors who have earned post-secondary college credits through dual enrollment and advanced placement courses please stand and be recognized? Will the 106 seniors who met the college and career readiness benchmark identified on the ACT assessment please stand and be recognized? Will the 31 seniors who have demonstrated that they have the marketable skills to earn their work ethic diploma please stand and be recognized? GHS has had a successful athletic year as well as winning state championships in soccer, basketball, and wrestling, as well as numerous district and conference championships. Will those seniors who participated in any of our athletic programs over the last 4 years please stand and be recognized? Family and friends, I can attest to what I have seen inside of the class of 2021. I have seen kindness and compassion. I've seen positivity and optimism. I've seen intelligence and creativity. I've seen great beauty and great strength. I have seen commitment and perseverance. I have seen all that we wish and hope for in ourselves. It is there, it is deep, and they are ready. Director Stearns, it is with great pride on behalf of the entire faculty and staff of Greeneville High School that I present to you and the Greeneville City Schools Board of Education the GHS Senior Class of 2021 for the awarding of their diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald, for that sincere message. Good morning. Welcome, students, honored guests, faculty, staff, administrators, and those watching the live stream to the commencement ceremony for the Greeneville High School Class of 2021. We are so glad that you have chosen to share in this joyous occasion. Before I begin, I would like to take a minute to recognize the Greeneville City Board of Education. Our board chair, Ms. Cindy Luttrell, our Vice Chair, Dr. Craig Shepard, our Treasurer, Mr. Josh Quillen, Mrs. Pam Bada, Mrs. Crystal Hershey, and our student member of the board, Mr. Jake Hartman. The presence of the members of the board demonstrates their commitment to education and the pride they have in our students and their many accomplishments. I also want to take a moment and recognize all GCS educators. If you are a GCS educator, would you please stand to be recognized. Each of you has had an impact on the lives of our graduates, and we thank you for your dedication to their success. As we gather here today to celebrate the class of 2021, the first celebration is that you have successfully completed a school year during a global pandemic. Congratulations. While this year has not been an easy one, or the one you had probably envisioned, you have finished and finished strong, and for that you're to be commended. I think today is a great time to pause and reflect on the characteristics you have exhibited this year which have led to your success. First characteristic is perseverance. Perseverance is the continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. As an inventor, Thomas Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb. When a reporter asked him, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times? Edison replied, I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. The next characteristic is a positive attitude. Positive attitude gives you power over your circumstances instead of your circumstances having power over you. Author and Nazi concentration camp survivor Dr. Viktor Frankl said, everything can be taken from a man or woman but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. The third characteristic is resilience. Psychologists define resilience as the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or significant sources of stress. Nelson Mandela famously said, do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and I got back up again. Just as these characteristics have led to your success this year, I firmly believe they will continue to pay dividends for you throughout your life. The vision for Greeneville City Schools is that our graduates will be prepared and confident to own their future. GHS Class of 2021, your teachers, administrators, coaches, extracurricular sponsors, and other school staff members have done everything within their power to provide you with a world-class education and to ensure that you are future ready. And you have honored them by the level of success you have achieved. Be confident in and believe in this preparation and use it to achieve your dreams and fulfill your destiny. Author John Maxwell states, "The only true freedom each of us has in life is the freedom to choose. The most important choice is who we will become. We cannot wait to learn of who you will become and the achievements you will accomplish." Mr. McDonald, I am pleased to accept this graduating class. On behalf of the town of Greeneville, the Board of Education, the administration, teachers, and staff of all Greeneville City Schools, and by the power vested in me by the state of Tennessee, I hereby declare you graduates of the Greeneville City School System. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Ramel Jose Adan. Jules Faith Aiken. Samuel Lance Allen. Nellie Jean Bean. Misael Andreas Arianos Harkin. Alex is I.E. Beltran.
Catherine Elizabeth Bentley.
Sydney Logan Bird. Courtney Marie Bowers. Michaela Grace Bowman. Mason Rome Brandon. Morgan Nicole Brink. Levi Robert Britton. Olivia Ruth Brooks. Jack Aaron Brown. Peyton Thomas Brown.
Tate Dodd Brummett.
Give your auntie a hug. Kaylee Renee Bryant. Adrian DeJesus Bundy.
Alexis Yvette Burton. Wyatt Elijah Lawrence Cadle.
Good job.
Alyssa Jane Caldwell. Parker Reed Cannon. Jillian Larkin Carter. Haley Ray Kate. Jack Chamberlain. Jay Ripkin Cheever. Aiden James Cheney. Nicholas Robert Clark. Bayla Stormy Close. Harper McLennan Cobble. Draylee Janari Caban Lopez. Gregory Carl Cohen.
Avery Jackson Collins.
Destiny Haley Jade Collins. Lindsay Eden Cook. Sydney Paul Cook. Samuel Scott Crawford. Autumn Noel Crum. Takaya Monet Curry. Kristen Michaela Cutshaw.
Reese Aiden Darnell. Madison Schuyler Davis. Connor Lewis DeBusk. Christina Vijay Vasquez. Layla Dominique Denton. Darren Anthony Dietz. Abigail Deanna Dingus. Michael Troy Doney. Mason Tyler Ellenberg. Watch your head, baby. Emily Megan Eppert. Allison Nicole Evans. Jabez Seth Evans.
Jackson Ramsey Evett.
Destiny Norma Shaley Fields. Alyssa Nicole Fillers. Alexis Christine Forrester. Colby Allen Freeman. Audrey Lee Freshour. Madison Renee Fretwell. Lucas Nathaniel Fuller. Jocelyn Marie Gillespie.
Kayla Mackenzie Gillen. Manuel Alexander Gomez. Sarah Madison Goodwin. Aiden Lee Goolsby. Kelsey Lynn Gorel. Andrew David Gregg. Lucas Laird Grenadier. Jamie Michelle Griffin. Mackenzie Leanne Hamilton. Trey Tarleton Heron. Kaylin Alexis Harrison. Garrett Michael Hartman. Jake Owen Hartman. Rayleigh Nicole Hayes. Daniel Alberto Hernandez. Sophia Catherine Harrell. Jacob Logan Hillier. Claire Alexandra Hecky. Kayla Cheyenne Hubbard. Alexis Marche Humbert. See, I got it right that time.
Mason Alexander Hunt. William Denford Hurley IV. Nicholas Michael Aizi. Ansley Kathleen Inscore. Viviana Nicole Hardinez Laws. Evie Danielle Jeffers. Melanie Aslin Jeffers. Hunter Jack Johnson. Garrison Andrew Jones. Corey Maynard Justice. Amora Heaven Klepper. Ryan J. Knight. Peter Richard Kriebel. Alexis Brooke Laughlin. Harley Ann Michelle Laws. Teen Yip Nip Lee. Alexander Thomas LeBlanc. Miguel Lynn Leon. Catherine Elizabeth Leonard.
Joshua Charles Lewis.
Congratulations.
Kristen Ann Lyles. John Wyatt Loftus. Emerald Deanne Lorman. William Logan Llewellyn. Ashley Anderson Lovin. Brianna Elaine Lowe. Alex Damian McDonald. Madison Michelle Malone. Luis Antonio Maradiaga.
Finally, let's go.
Alyssa Leanne Marbury. Watson McGregor Marsh. Trey Parker Massengill. Tyler Jacob Massengill. James MacArthur Mays III. Joshua Joe Allen McBee. Tristan Matthew McDonald. Oliver Christopher Mejia. Jacob Japheth Mendez. Riley Jacob Montgomery. Connor Brabson Moore.
Hunter Gannon Morlock. Samuel Max Morlock. Meredith Hope Mulholland. Chelsea Renee Mull. Stephen Cole Myers. Kathy Wen. Samuel Cademan Oaks. Clayton James Odom. Mark Avery Osterberg. Megan Lynn Oxborough. Caitlin Sue Parman. Roshni Anil Patel. Dalton Monroe Reeves. Emma Catherine Rinner. Mara Jade Rich. Hunter Reed Richards. Kylie Nicole Ricker. Alondra Ruiz. Lorenzo Ruiz. James Allen Sams.
Gavin Sean Scheller. Claudia Elizabeth Schlegel. Victor Eric Krog Schmidt. Spencer Bradford Calvin Schofield. Samuel Charles Schubert. Brianna Christine Seamuth. Coven Zane Shelton. Jesse James Schultz. Aaron Elise Simmons. Megan O'Reilly Smith. Sarah Elizabeth Smith. Andrew Joseph Spano. Kinyurat Srisson Boom. Katie Lee Stanley.
James Sherman Jimmy Starnes.
Nikayla Michelle Stewart. Charles Feathers Strange. Charles Fellers Strange. So sorry. Emily Lynn Stringfield. Zoe Elizabeth Stuber. Sydney Olivia Sweat. Caroline Grace Swinson. Lauren Claire Thomas. Jericho Torres Camacho.
Jeffrey Walker Townsley.
Claire Annika Volk. Macy Elizabeth Vermillion. Joshua Alexander Waddell. Christopher Edward Walker Jr.
Jonathan Todd Wallen. Sherman Andrew Wampler. Jason Brian Wexler. Riley Corrine Wittenberg. Garrett Brian Widmeyer. Nicholas Ryan Wilkinson. Caitlin Danielle Willett. Molly Ann Williams. Stevie Allen Lee Willis. Haley Ann Worthington. Ashlyn Paige Zagon Ziltz.
Members of the class of 2021, will you please stand? You began the ceremony this morning as seniors here at Greeneville High School. With the awarding of your diplomas, you are now members of the GHS alumni class of 2021. Congratulations. You may now flip your tassels. Go Devils, flip those hats!